Sunday. Welcome to our 90-minute yin for our Sunday session. Just lighting some Palo Santo to cleanse my space and my energies before this beautiful class. I hope you're all in your comfy clothes. As you know, every second day I teach yoga, so 1 week it becomes a Saturday class, and on the week that it's a Sunday we do a 90-minute yin flow as our beautiful Sunday session. So we're allowed to be in our pajamas for yin, in our most comfiest clothes. So you'll need 2 little pillows today, or some kind of cushioning for under your knees. And if you have yoga blocks, please bring them out too, otherwise just another big pillow. How are you all feeling this Sunday? Good morning, Helen. So yoga blocks if you have them, otherwise 2 pillows, and maybe a bigger pillow or 3 pillows, whatever you've got with you. We are just going to start seated. So you can just sit in a regular seated position here if you like. Good morning, Natasha. Welcome. So we've got our 90 minutes of yin. We're going to start seated. So if you're comfortable just in your seated position here, stay here. If you're finding it hard to sit up nice and tall, place a cushion under your tailbone just to lift you up a little bit. Otherwise, I invite you to go into half lotus if you can, or full lotus if it's available to you without pain in your knees. So just finding your comfortable seat, wherever you want to be today. And bring your hands to your heart. Close down your eyes. Start taking some deep breaths. So it's been a fortnight since we last saw you on a Sunday for our 90-minute yin. And it will be a fortnight until we get back on the mat for our 90-minute yin flow. So just taking a moment here to reflect on the 2 weeks that we've just passed. Using our 90-minute Sunday yin session to end, to say goodbye to those 2 weeks, to let go of the things that we had to deal with, or the experiences we learned, lessons learned. And also use this as a beginning for the next fortnight. One door closes, another one opens. One chapter finishes and another one begins. So our 90-minute Sunday flow is a beautiful milestone for us to use as an ending and a beginning. Letting go of the last 14 days. There's no point holding on to anything that we have no control over, things that we can't change. We just let go and keep moving forward. So taking a beautiful moment here with yourself to just set an intention for the next 14 days until we meet again for our yin flow. mantra. You might want to repeat an affirmation. You might want to sing a few ohms. We're just taking a few deep breaths here and preparing ourselves for the next 2 weeks. Is there a goal that you want to achieve? Or is there something you noticed within yourself that you're wanting to work on? Bring your awareness to what you want to achieve in the next 14 days and know that you can do it. And we give thanks to our body, our mind and our spirit. It's just lived another 14 days for us. This vessel that carries our soul is so strong and takes us through day by day. Give thanks to our body and our mind and the abundant lives that we live. So you can keep your eyes closed if you wish. You can just follow my voice. If you're sitting in lotus, just unravel your legs and bring yourself just to a comfortable seat. We're going to see if we can take our hands in prayer behind our back. So just looping your hands behind you, seeing if you can touch your palms together here behind your back. Take a moment to feel that stretch down the front of your arms and your shoulders, maybe your wrists. If your palms aren't touching, it doesn't matter. Just feeling that stretch. Releasing that, hands onto our knees. We're just going to rock our torso front to back, side to side. Just building a little bit of warmth into our spine and our abdomen. Just going one way. Continuing to breathe in and out through our nose. Keeping our hands on our knees. Keeping our sits bones rooted into the earth. Feeling lovely and soft today, nice and calm and relaxed. And we'll go back the other way, so just reverse your circle whichever way you are going. Go the opposite way. When we keep our eyes closed, we're kind of forced to look within. We don't get all the distractions that are in our view wherever we are, in our living room, in our bedroom. Closing down our eyes brings us inside ourselves. We start to feel more. When we lose one of our senses, the others are heightened. So to keep your eyes closed might bring you into more awareness of what's going on with your body as we move in our circles. Beautiful, finding stillness. Take a deep breath in through your nose. The biggest breath you've taken all day. and hold it for a second. Sigh out through your mouth. Let's do that again to take a giant breath in through the nose. Holding now, feeling your chest expand, your belly stick out. And as we sigh out, release the last 14 days. One more like this, breathing in. Feeling everything expand, hold that breath. Now make some noise as you exhale. Feeling it all let go. Legs out long now to the front of the mat. Arms up tall. We're just going to do a few rolling up and rolling down. Continuing to warm our spine up just a little. So slowly lowering yourself down at your own pace today. Take a full body stretch once you're down there. Bring yourself back up. Nice and slow. Sitting up nice and tall. Down we go. Full body stretch. And back up with control. Gently waking up our spine and our abdominals. Giving our belly a bit of a massage every time we crunch over and every time we reach long. Not holding our breath anywhere here. Keeping our flow of breath as organic as our movement. Beautiful and slow. One more, wherever you are, we're just meeting at the top of our mat, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to start holding our poses now. So sitting up nice and tall, bend in that left leg. We're making a number 4, a triangle with our left leg. We're going to fold over our right leg. So if you have your cushions, feel free to place them in front of you and lay on top of them. Otherwise, let gravity take hold. We're going to start our 4 minutes as of now. So letting yourself fall. All the muscles in our face relaxed. Separate your teeth, relax your jaw. As we exhale, we feel ourselves dropping down a little bit lower. Maybe you can walk your hands a little bit further forward. Relaxing our head, neck and shoulders down. Feeling yourself let go. Scan through your body. Is there somewhere you might be holding on to tension? Is it in your hips? Have you got your knee locked? Are you frowning? Maybe you're not breathing quite as deep as you should be. We're halfway there. Your pillows in front of you, maybe you can remove one of them. Maybe you're getting closer down to your leg. Maybe your forehead is now resting on your knee. Just feeling yourself melting into the earth. Continuing to breathe. And 1 minute to go. Making sure we're not feeling any pain here, just a beautiful stretch. Don't want to be hurting ourselves. We're feeling all of that, the fascia releasing under the skin, stretching now into our connective tissue, working on our flexibility. We've got 20 seconds to go, so knowing that we're about to come out of this pose, just see if you can take yourself a little bit lower, relaxing down, continuing to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now very slowly now, release yourself back up. Very slowly, letting everything come back. Swapping our legs over. So just move nice and slow. We're in no hurry. It's Sunday, it's yin, we're in our jammies. Nowhere to be except right here, right now. So getting ourselves ready, getting our cushions in front of us if we need, bending the right knee up, and we fold forward, starting our 4 minutes on the left. So as I always say, you know, we may look symmetrical, but our internals are definitely not the case. You know, one leg will always be more flexible or more able than the other. But we never judge that. We just know that we're human and this is normal, just like everything in life. No judgment, just acceptance and love for our strong bodies that carry us day to day and allow us to do these moves, these asanas, this beautiful practice. Just love your body, love your leg. Be thankful for this leg. Breathing deep. Do a little scan through your body. Is there somewhere you may be holding on to that you haven't realized? Check your hips. Check your thighs and your knee. Check your face muscles. Maybe your tongue is pushing up into the roof of your mouth. Maybe your arms or hands are gripping somewhere. Just let everything hang. If it's feeling a bit too much, bring some cushions under your forehead. Maybe fold them up. Give yourself a little bit of help. We're halfway there. Just relax. Our breath is what gets us there, so try to keep breathing as deep as you can. inhale, filling your muscles and your tendons and your ligaments with oxygen. Every exhale, dissolving the tension, allowing everything to loosen and spread. And notice with every exhale, you might be able to just drop down a tiny, tiny bit. With your body giving way. One more minute. Feeling it all let go. Feeling it stretching and lengthening. Working on our flexibility here. Not with our muscles, but with our connective tissue. Deepening our stretch. 15 more seconds. Take yourself a little bit lower. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very slowly now, bringing yourself up, being nice and gentle with yourself. Just take our legs out long now, both legs. Open them up to just maybe a little bit shorter than the width of your yoga mat. Lean back onto your hands and just drop your feet and your legs and your hips side to side. Just a little windshield wiper here of our legs, lifting up one bum cheek off the ground and then the other as we roll. Might feel like a nice little massage in our glutes as well. From here, we're going to take ourselves into a back bend, into camel pose. So if it's not something you've done before, give it a try. It is a little bit difficult, but I've got some modifications for you. So slowly bring your legs in. We're going to come up onto our knees. So sitting up onto our knees. So we want our knees to be hip width distance apart, directly below our hips. Our knees are going straight down. So to start off with, we're going to take our palms and we're going to sit them in the small of our back. So your fingertips are just touching the top of your bum cheeks and your palms are sitting in the small of your back. And we're just going to take a back bend here. So make sure the tops of our feet are pushing down into the earth. Our knees are strong. We're facing forward and we're just going to, with our mulabandha engaged, push our hips forward and take a back bend looking up to the sky. So if this is enough for you and you can feel that and that's a good stretch for you, then stay there. If you'd like a little bit more, we're going to take ourselves back into camel. So releasing one hand and then the other, grabbing hold of our ankle or our heel. Releasing the other hand, taking ourselves back into our camel pose, pushing our hips forward, letting our head hang back. And breathe. To come back up, release one hand and then the other, helping yourself back up with your hands. If you want to hold that a little bit more, go ahead. That's one thing that I'm working on at the moment. I've got lower back issues and I find that position quite hard, but to just take myself there for a little bit longer each time is good practice. You don't want to hurt yourself if it's something you're not used to doing. But be gentle, one hand and then the other, helping yourself back up. Bringing our toes together, knees out wide. We're taking a counter pose now into our extended child's pose. So whenever you do a back bend, you must always counter that with a forward fold of some kind. So taking ourselves into extended child's pose, we're just going to hold this for a few moments. Letting our brow relax to the earth. Feeling our lower back release after that back bend. You might want to open your legs a little bit wider here. You might want to walk your hands forward, dropping your chest closer to the earth as you feel everything start to let go and loosen. You can try lying one side of your face onto the ground and see if that gives you any kind of different stretch, more stretch. And then the other way. Just feeling it all letting go. Feeling our hips release. Maybe pushing our palms into the earth and pushing our bottom down closer to our heels. Feeling more of a stretch there, active in our hands. Take an inhale. Walk our chest up just a little bit, just so we can bring our knees together. We're going to swoop our hands back and we're going to go into child's pose. Palms up to the sky here, forehead to the earth. Breathing deep. It may feel difficult to get a full lungs of oxygen while we're in this position because we can't expand our stomachs and our chests as like we would if we were sitting or standing. But know that when you breathe in deep, we can expand through our back, opening up our rib cage on our backs and breathe deeply. It is possible. See if we can play around with this today. Try and breathe into the back body, opening up through the back instead of extending the stomach and the chest. Feeling your rib cage expand up to the sky and out to the sides as you can breathe deeply here, letting everything go. Relax your cheek muscles and your jaw. Let your tongue just hang wherever gravity takes it. Just feeling our entire body melting into the earth. Feel our heads getting heavy and the weight of our head being supported by our brow on the ground. Take one more big inhale from here. We're going to bring our hands out in front of us, placing our elbows on the ground and our palms on the earth, fingers spread wide. So we want this to be a straight line from our shoulder to our fingertips. We don't want our elbows to be out to the side or too far in. We want a beautiful straight line. Once we've got our arms grounded to the earth, we are going to take ourselves through into our Sphinx pose. So bring yourself up and shoot your legs back one at a time, or slide both of them until our hips, our thighs and our belly is laying on the earth. So you might need to move your arms a little bit to get positioned. But we're finding our Sphinx pose. We're going to hold this for 4 minutes. So starting now. You can keep your feet together, but know that if you've got lower back issues, just allow your legs to open up a little bit wider and that'll take the strain off our lower back. Our arms strong. We're pushing with our shoulders up and away. We're not letting all of our weight just sag down to the yoga mat. We're keeping our shoulders down, our neck long. We're going to be working in our arms. This pose is very much our triceps, our biceps, our deltoids, our scapula, everything in our upper arms and our shoulders, our pectoral muscles. They're all working here to hold our upper body nice and strong. And And we don't want to let our bellies just completely relax and hang towards the ground. We want to keep them engaged, Mula Bandha engaged. All the muscles around your genitals, and your perineum, and your anus, as if you're trying not to go to the bathroom. That's the gentle squeeze and what we call Mula Bandha. So keeping our belly button to spine. You may want to close down your eyes so you're not distracted. Anything in the room, scan through your body. See where you might be holding that you can release. I just realized I was squeezing my glutes. We don't need to do that. Everything down there is relaxed. Mula Bandha is protecting us. Beautiful. Feeling the burn. My arms are definitely working. I can feel it. Halfway there. To rearrange yourself if you're feeling like maybe your arms are slipping out to the side, or if you've let your belly go and your lower back's just dropping into the earth, keep it all up and engaged, feeling strong. I did a bit of an arm workout yesterday, so I'm feeling the burn today. 1 more minute to go. Shoulders back and down, pushing away from the earth. Keeping everything long. Breathing deep, continue to breathe. More seconds. You're doing so well. Pushing away from the earth. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your arms out long, all the way in front of you. Our reverse corpse pose. Let your head rest down to the earth. Rocking your head side to side, massaging your third eye on the yoga mat. Find stillness with our head and just wiggle our hips side to side. Shaking out our lower back, feeling that all let go. Bringing out our palms down to beside our chest, pushing ourselves up and back into our child's pose again. Arms out long. From here, we're just going to swoop our hands up and back, interlace our fingers. Keeping our forehead to the earth, we're going to push up away from our heels with our bottom. So we're lifting up. Our head is on the ground, our bottom is raised, our hands are gripped, and we're going to push them away from our body. Feeling the stretch here, letting gravity take our arms up and over, stretching the front of our pecs. Take an inhale here. Release back down to child's pose, back of the hands to the earth, let everything hang over. You might want to rock side to side here. Is there anything else that you feel needs to let go in your back? On our next inhale, we're going to push ourselves up. And we're going to sit long ways on our mat. So sitting long here on the side, we're going to open up our legs nice and wide. Now sitting tall. If you're finding that you can't quite arch in your back here and sit nice and tall, if you're feeling a little bit hunched over and that you can't balance on your sit bones, sit on a cushion or two. The higher you raise your bum, the easier it will be for you to sit tall. So just finding your position. We're going to fold forward. So 4 minutes, finding your position. You may want to bring in your cushions that you can relax onto. You might want to bring your blocks and stack them up so you can rest your head on them. 4 minutes, just finding your nice forward fold today. Breathing deep. Do the little yin scan. Go through your body. Where are you gripping? Where are you holding? See if you can just let it go. Relaxing everything. I always seem to notice that when I do my little check-in, my little scan, to see where I'm gripping, my hips are always tight and my cheeks. I'm always doing something with my cheeks and my mouth. So just let that all go. You may want to just separate your lips and just let everything hang. Separate your teeth. As you exhale, you might be getting closer and closer to the earth as everything lets go. You might be able to remove one of your blocks that were holding you up or walk your hands further forward. We're halfway there, 2 minutes to go. The more oxygen we give our body, the more it's going to give back to us in releasing. So try not to take short, shallow breaths. One minute to go. You're doing very well. Letting everything go. "30 seconds, guys." Knowing that we're almost there, see if you can just take yourself a little bit deeper, but don't hold your breath. The deeper you go, the more oxygen you need. Continue to breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now very, very slowly bringing yourself back up, just with your hands walking one by one, nice and gentle. Very good. Pushing yourself back up to seated. Let's just take a shoulder roll here, keeping our legs out wide. A few shoulder rolls, maybe you want to relax your neck, roll your head, one way and then the other. So keeping our legs wide, we're going into a side stretch, so left foot to the left first, left hand walking down our leg, seeing how far we can go. Right arm reaching up to the sky and taking it over to the left. So finding our stretch here, 4 minutes to the left hand side. We're wanting to push our left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, always rotating our chest open and to the front. Looking up and under that right armpit. So the only way you can make your hands touch your feet is to hunch over and your chest is facing the floor, then just back off a little bit. We're not doing that kind of stretch, we're doing a different one. We're stretching our side body here. So if you can keep your arms up and over, chest open to the side, find your stretch. Now we want both of our sits bones to be grounded into the earth. If you're finding that your right bum cheek is lifting up off the ground, then just come back a little bit. Okay, we're trying to make our foundation strong in order to get the best out of the stretch. So we've done 1 minute, 3 minutes to go. Keep everything rotating to the front. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, and breathe. You'll feel yourself let go, you'll feel yourself come down further. Do your scan, where are you gripping? Close down your eyes. If you're finding it hard to rotate your chest to the front, maybe put your left hand and your left arm on the inside of your left leg. That way you can push with that arm against your leg to rotate your torso to the front. Halfway there, 2 minutes down, well done. Feeling yourself let go, feeling yourself being able to turn your body more. Maybe your head's getting closer to your leg. Maybe you can look up and under that right armpit a bit more. Feeling your skin expand and that side stretch, feeling nice and tight every time you inhale. Maybe you can walk your hands and fingers down a little bit more, bringing yourself closer to your leg. Beautiful, everyone. 1 minute to go. Seconds, beautiful people, continue to breathe, feeling yourself getting closer and closer to the earth. Ten seconds, take yourself a little bit further. 5 seconds. Remember, when we release, nice and slow. So this time, taking our right shoulder down, facing our chest to the earth now to unravel. Hands to the ground, slowly walking yourself back up. Ooh. It's like Elastigirl. I just feel myself stretching, and then when I come back up, it's like it's just all going right back to the size it was before. So keeping our legs wide, we're going to take that to the other side. You might want to just take a little bit of movement, releasing the legs, pointing your toes, flexing your feet. Moving the fleshy parts of your bottom aside. We're going to take it to the right. So slowly now, reaching that right hand out to the right foot. Pushing that right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Opening our chest up. Left arm to the sky. Our 4 minutes have started, taking yourself over. Keeping both our bum cheeks on the ground. Breathing deep. Looking up and under that left armpit, finding that rotation, chest opening to the sky. 1 minute down. 3 minutes to go. If you need help with your external rotation, bringing that right arm to the inside of the right leg and using it to push yourself. Feeling yourself opening up more and more to the left. Letting your head relax. Let it hang, let gravity take you down. Don't stop breathing. Long, deep breaths. Do your yin scan. Where are you holding? Yes, as always, Ricky's hips are tight and her face and her cheeks. Relax it all. Halfway there, guys. 2 minutes to go. You're doing awesome. Not hurting ourselves. We are finding our beautiful balance between effort and ease. We're definitely here to push and challenge ourselves, but not hurt ourselves. We're finding our good pain, the pain that we know is linked with our stretching and our flexibility training, not the pain that we know as injury. So with your exhale, walking yourself out a bit longer, pulling your head down to the knee a little bit more. We have 1 minute to go. Well done, everybody. Pushing that left glute and sit bone down into the earth. Looking up and under that left armpit, feeling that stretch down the left side body. 20 seconds to go, guys. We're almost done. Pull yourself a little bit deeper and continue to breathe. Pull yourself down on the exhale. Always only on the exhale we pull ourselves down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that left shoulder to the ground so that our chest is facing the earth. Planting our palms and slowly, slowly, gently inching our way back up. yourself coming back to normal. Now bending our knees just gently, slowly and gently. Bringing our legs together. Awesome. Turning yourself to face the front of the mat again. Sitting nice and tall in our seated position. Just take a moment, feel what's going on in your spine. You can take a few seated cat-cows here, but going really slowly. Inhaling, opening ourselves up to the front, chest open. Exhaling, concaving our belly and our chest. Pushing our belly button to our spine to the back of the room. Inhale, coming forward. Opening up, exhale, pushing back. Well done. Coming up now onto our knees. Take ourselves into a hero pose. So, if you have knee injuries, I don't want you to do hero pose. If you have knee injuries, just sit nice and tall in thunderbolt pose. But hero pose, we're coming up. We're going to open our toes out to the side. We're going to sit our bum on the earth in between our feet. So you might want to grab hold of your calf muscles and actually push them open, rotate them out to the side so that you can get your bum down onto the earth in between your heels. So if you're not very flexible in your knees and it's quite painful, sit on a block or sit on a pillow. And you might notice that in a few minutes you can remove that pillow and bring yourself down to the earth. So knees together here, we don't want them to be splayed open. Knees together, our feet are on either side of us and we're sitting onto the earth. So sit nice and tall, our minutes are starting now. If you've got bad knees, you're in thunderbolt pose, sitting directly on top of your heels. We're just breathing. Quite an intense stretch for our knees. So if you're feeling any pain that doesn't feel good, that you notice might be a little bit damaging, then please sit taller on your pillows. Bring in some more pillows. If you don't like this stretch, sit in thunderbolt up on your knees. But as you continue to breathe, you might be able to remove your pillow and bring your bottom to the earth, making sure our knees are together at the front. Breathing deep. Do your yin scan. Where might you be holding your tension? Maybe your feet are tight, maybe you're crinkling up your toes. Take another deep breath where you are. And on the exhale, I'm going to invite you to try this only if you want, only if you feel that you might like to. We're going to walk our hands onto the ground behind us, and we're going to come down onto our elbows. If you want to try and remove your pillows here, go ahead. If you want to leave your pillows where they are. Keeping our knees together, come back onto your elbows. So you can let your head and your neck completely relax here. Holding onto your feet with your hands to keep you stable. Your elbows underneath you. Relaxing here. Breathing deep. As you feel your connective tissue let go and you feel yourself easing into this posture a little bit more, I'm going to invite you into the last modification, the advanced modification of this stretch. And that is to let go with your arms and allow your back to fall to the earth. Now, as we go back, we don't want our shins and our knees to be lifting away from the earth, and we don't want our knees to be opening up wide. So if it's not something you can do without lifting your legs, then place some pillows behind you, maybe a block, and just see how far you can get yourself down, slowly lowering to the earth. Bringing your hands to just rest organically by your side, whether you want them on your belly and your hips or open, palms up to the sky. Our knees and our shins are still rooted to the earth. Our knees are as close together as we can get them. And we are breathing. If this is too much, just find any of the modifications I've shown you along the way where you were feeling you were still getting a nice, beautiful stretch. Taking a few more breaths here. Feeling everything let go. If you are laying down completely on your back, we're going to bring our elbows back underneath us. So we're taking ourselves back out the way we came. We're going to have a few moments here just resting on our elbows, letting our head hang. Now slowly planting one palm on the earth first. We're rocking up one then the other, nice and gentle into our seated position. You'll feel that maybe your bum is completely rested on the ground now. It wasn't there before. You feel that you've let go and you're sitting down more than maybe you thought you could. Now we're going to very, very slowly and very gently take ourselves out of this position by pushing ourselves up. So using your hands on the earth, bringing your bum up off the ground, and very slowly bringing your feet together underneath your bum. So your knees are out wide, you're just sitting back onto your feet now. So we're just going to stay here for a moment. We're letting all those tendons down the inside and the front of our knees just come back. We're being very gentle with ourselves today, not wanting to hurt ourselves. Slowly now bring your knees in together. We're meeting in Thunderbolt pose. So sitting on top of our heels. Feeling all of our tendons come back. Our connective tissues come back. So from here we're going to rock onto our left hip. So taking your left hand to the ground, we're going to just turn ourselves to the side here and we're coming to sit onto our left hip. So we're in a bit of a mermaid pose here. So I hope your knees aren't hurting too much. We've come out of that position nice and gentle. Sitting now in our little mermaid pose on the left hand side, we're going to just slide our left hand out. We're dropping ourselves closer to the ground until we can just support our head with our hand resting on our elbow. So from here we're going to take that left knee and that left foot and we're going to bend from the hip so that our knee is facing the wall directly at the front of our mat. So our right leg is bending. We're taking a little bit of a side stretch here. So if this is enough for you and you feel a nice stretch right here where we are, you can stay here. Otherwise, if you'd like to take yourself a little bit deeper, I'm inviting you to take your right hand and grab a hold of that left foot. And now rock ourselves onto our left hip and pull that left foot in towards your bottom. Pushing that left knee away, the left foot in, we're taking a side stretch. Feeling this twist. Doing our little check-in. Where are you feeling it? Where are you holding? Now if you feel nothing, or if you want to feel it more, push your left hip flexor forward and your left knee away, deepening that stretch. Take an inhale, release that left foot if you were gripping. We're just going to slowly rock ourselves onto our back. We're going to take that stretch on the other side. So come up into our mermaid pose on the right. Legs bent underneath you, sitting on our right hip. We're going to walk that right hand out until we can relax down onto our elbow and support our head with our right hand. We're going to take that left leg, the top leg, over in front of us, and that right leg back, balancing on our right hip. So pushing that right hip forward and pulling the right knee back. We're finding our stretch. If you're wanting to take it a little bit deeper, grab hold the outside of that right foot and pull it into your bottom. So we should be feeling this down the front of our right leg, all the way up the inside into our hip flexor. If you're wanting more, push that right hip forward, right knee back. Breathing deep. Try not to clench in your face. Do your yin scan. Where are you holding? Pulling that foot in closer to your bum if you're wanting to feel more of a stretch. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release the grip of that right foot if you are holding it. This time we're coming onto our backs. So take a full body stretch when you're ready, once you've gently taken yourself off to the side. Full body stretch. On your next inhale, make your belly as big like a balloon. Fill it with air. Exhale, knees into chest, fold yourself up into a ball. Take a moment to just do what feels good for your body here. Rock side to side, make some circles. Releasing in our lower back. When you're ready, we're going to take our legs up to the sky, feeling our lower back become flush with the earth. Getting our legs as straight as we can. You can point your toes or flex them, whatever you want, up to you. We're going to drop the left leg back down to the earth. We're going to take a hold of our right leg. So you can grab hold behind your calf muscle your thigh muscle, your hamstring, or your calf, or if you can reach your ankle or your toes, wherever you're at today, just honoring that. So keeping a micro bend in that knee, but trying to straighten it as much as you can. From here, we're taking our grip, so our left hand is going to grip the outside of wherever we're reaching today. Outside of our thigh, our shin, our ankle or our foot. Our right hand is dropping down to the ground, palm to the sky, out to the right. And we're going to twist. We're dropping that right leg nice and straight over, gently touching it to the ground, to the left. Finding a big twist here. So trying to keep our shoulder blades both on the earth. Taking your gaze to look over that right hand. Feeling this big stretch. Trying to keep both of our legs as straight as we can, but not locking out. Where are you holding? Where are you gripping? Where can you let go? Let everything relax. Feeling this stretch all the way down the outside of that right leg. Take an inhale now and just bend that right knee, keeping the grip wherever you had your hand. Bend that right knee, roll yourself back onto your back and pull that knee into your chest. Not letting the knee fall out to the side as if it's going up our armpit, but keeping it up on top of our body as if our knee is reaching to our shoulder. Take an inhale, squeeze it in tight. Exhale, release. We're swapping legs, so right leg is out long, left leg up to the sky. So finding your stretch again, grabbing behind wherever you can reach today. Remembering that if you're really flexible on one side, it's okay that it's not exactly the same on the other. Keeping our head, neck and shoulders onto the ground, not lifting ourselves up to reach our leg. Taking your right hand now to the outside of wherever you can grab on the left leg and your left arm going out long, palm to the sky. We're going to slowly and gently take our twist over to the right. Trying not to drop our foot to the earth with a heavy thud, but being gentle, nice and slow. Taking your gaze over across the left fingers. Pushing that right shoulder forward, left shoulder down to the earth, finding that rotation. Deep breaths. Feeling the stretch all the way from your toes, through your feet, up your Achilles tendon, your calf, the back of your knee, the outside of your thigh into your hip, the whole left leg. Trying to keep both legs as straight as we can without locking in the knees. Release and let go with every exhale. It's hard to breathe deep when our stomach and our lungs are all twisted up like this, but we can do it. We keep ourselves calm and we breathe in slowly, not just filling our chest or our belly, but everything in between, from our neck to our chest, to our solar plexus, to our belly. On your next exhale, start to bend through that left leg. Nice and slow, keeping your right hand gripped to wherever you were. Rolling onto our back and pulling that left knee into our chest. Knee towards our shoulder, not towards our armpit. Take an inhale. And release that leg. Take another full body stretch. Nice and long. Slowly now, pushing ourselves back up to seated. Taking ourselves into our butterfly pose. So bringing the soles of our feet together, knees out wide. Pulling our heels in close to our body. Sitting up tall, maybe moving the fleshy parts of your bum. If it's a bit much for you, you're welcome to put some cushions under your knees. Allow gravity to take its toll here. Pull your knees away, and maybe after a few minutes holding here, you'll be able to release those pillows. We're going to do our 4 minutes. So sitting nice and tall, hands grabbing onto our feet or our ankles, wherever you can reach, and pushing our knees away with our elbows as we fold forward. Our 4 minutes begin now. Exhaling. If you feel your hips are nice and open and you don't need to help push your knees down, maybe you'd just like to bring your cushions out in front of you or your block and just rest your head on there or your torso and take your forward fold until you start to feel yourself let go and you can move everything to the side. So breathing deep, everybody. Finding our butterfly pose. See where you might be holding, where you can release the tension. Allowing all that oxygen to flow through your blood and help dissolve any holding that you have. Allowing your connective tissue to release. 1 minute down, 3 minutes to go. You may want to walk your hands out to the front or stack your hands on top of each other to rest your head down. Don't forget to breathe. Yourself getting lower and lower to the ground with every exhale. Maybe you can move your block or your pillow. Feeling your hips opening up. Halfway there. Well done. Maybe walking your hands a little bit further in front of you. Everybody, continuing to breathe, feeling everything letting go. We have 1 more minute. See if you can release down a couple more centimeters, a couple more mils, whatever you can do. Beautiful hip opening stretch. more seconds, guys. You're doing so awesomely. What a great way to end our fortnight until our next Sunday session. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now being very gentle with yourself. Hands to the earth, walking yourself up little by little. Being very, very slow. Once we're sitting tall, take your hands to the outside of your knees and very gently bringing our knees together, just helping yourself here, giving yourself a hand. From here, sitting up tall, open up your legs, place your feet onto the outside of your mat, your little toes spilling over the edge. Hands onto the earth behind you, fingers facing away from you. We're just going to take some very nice gentle windshield wipers here. So just dropping your knees down to one side, then coming back up and going the other way. So you might want to push that top hip forward if you want a little bit more of a stretch, a bit more of a rotation and twist in the spine. Pushing that hip forward. A nice little upper glute massage as well. Thank you so much for sharing with me today, your time and your energy. If there's any last stretch or anything else that you'd like to do before we take our Shavasana, I open up a few minutes for you to take here. Is there something that you know needs to be worked on, or something that you feel is a little bit tight still? Go ahead, take a moment. When you're ready, getting yourself into your Shavasana for the day. Bringing out as many cushions as you want. Now you can lay on your back, you can lay on your stomach, you can lay on your side in fetal position. You can sit, you can get into bed, lay on the couch. Whatever you want for your Shavasana today. We're doing a chakra balancing meditation for our Shavasana today. Another beautiful thing to do to help end our fortnight until we meet again for our yin practice. Closing down your eyes, relaxing in whatever position you've chosen for today. As long as you are feeling completely comfortable and at ease and pain-free, start to take a few deep breaths. We're going to focus on our energy and our energetic centers, our chakras, and how to get our energy flowing again, feeling healthy and alive. Let's work on uniting our energy centers and create some magic here today. Starting by imagining a beam of light that enters the top of your head by your crown, your 7th chakra. And the light goes down directly through your central channel, parallel to your spine, down to our 1st chakra, the root chakra. Visualize how this light, turning red now, envelops that first chakra. Breathe with your attention placed on the area and imagine that the air, when inhaling and exhaling, is red. Visualize how this chakra releases the stagnating energies and how it's clearing up. Now mentally move the energy from our first chakra to our second chakra. Just below the navel is our sacral chakra. Covering it now with an orange light, pure of energy, cleaning it, unblocking it, and making it spiral. Moving up again now slowly to our third chakra, our solar plexus, focusing on the color yellow, and allow the intensity of this color to grow until you feel its vibrations in every part of your body. Imagine you can breathe the color in, filling yourself with yellow. Inside this, there is clarity and widespread awareness that makes you strong and confident. Sense that energy surrounding you now. Moving up now to our fourth chakra, our heart chakra. Breathe in the pure light of emerald green that enters you and settles down and then expands into your heart. Try to expand this light from your heart and into all being. Become that light. Feel that energetic glow spreading. Focus now on our fifth chakra, located in our throat, and think about the color blue, the color of the sky and the sea. This color is within you, and starting from your throat area will spread its energy of truth, purity, cleanliness, and tranquility. Visualize this and feel this. It's time now to focus on our sixth chakra. This is our third eye, our Ajna chakra. Sense the vibrations in a calming yet powerful indigo color. The color of wisdom, of knowledge, and mysticism. Feel it spreading brightly throughout your body, awakening you to the higher powers. Finally bringing all of that energy to our crown, our seventh and final chakra. The color of violet. Make this violet energy spiral around this chakra, around the crown of your head. And visualize how light clears and unblocks this area, dissolving any stagnant energy, releasing and bursting into a beautiful, bright white light just above your head. Let's create some energetic magic now together. Let your breath proceed in its natural rhythm and allow your whole body to totally relax. When you feel that no tension hinders your total relaxation, begin to visualize before you a copy of your physical body, completely surrounded in light and energy. A mix of all the beautiful colors and lights of our chakra that are slowly transforming the image of your physical body into a pure, bright figure. Breathe in and out as you watch how that energy expands inside that body, spiraling and pulsing, completely cleansing you and clearing you of any negative or stagnant emotions. This energy is not something you need to look hard for. It is something already within you, always available. And you can release it, let it go, and allow the energy to flow and take care of your body, mind, and soul. All the energies in the body, feel them. All the chakras unblocking and enjoying the pleasure of just being with yourself here in total harmony. I invite you now to take another deep breath in through your nose and just exhale it out through your mouth with a long sigh. Imagining all the colors of your chakras glowing, and feel now that you are totally balanced, completely healed, and 100% in alignment. You can stay in this position as long as you want, just feeling that everything is all right. Any struggles that you've been living with, anything that's been hard or difficult or emotional, just know that you are okay. And these moments come and go, but they will not bring you down. You can always rise your vibrations back up by realigning yourself with your truth and with the earth, and knowing that you can cleanse yourself whenever you want. I'm going to close our session today, but please feel free to lay there as long as you like in complete harmony. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, love, truth, beauty, and kindness within you because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in our beautiful Yin Sunday sessions. I love this class once a fortnight. I love it so much. So thank you again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll catch you again in a few days. Much love.